Sugarland, Texas, once considered one of the best places to live in the Houston metropolitan area, but lately, more and more families are packing up and moving out. Why is this happening? Today, I'm breaking down the real reason why people are leaving Sugarland. From the rising costs to lifestyle changes that may surprise you. And trust me, it's not all what you think. Stick around because by the end of this video, you will be able to determine whether Sugarland is the place for you or it's time to consider a different place. Hello, my name is Dany Lopez, the realtor. Welcome to my channel. The main purpose of me is to be able to educate you on your next purchase, whether you are selling, buying, or trying to do some real estate business, making the next decision for you a lot easier and more wiser. They say that patience is a virtue, and that's exactly what people don't have when it comes to Sugarland traffic. That's right, traffic has become an issue in Sugarland, and that's one of the reasons why people can't tolerate. Imagine that there is an increased amount of cars hitting the roads every year. For each family that owns a home, we are seeing 2 to 4 cars, increasing the amount of vehicles we see on the road. This can only extend the commute for those that have to work. The average commute right now is 30 minutes, and the more vehicles that hit the road, that time might just keep on increasing. And since we are speaking about transportation, we cannot forget the public transportation that is there for people that live in Sugarland. Well, if you really think about it, there is no transportation, which makes it even worse to get around. Your only options right now will be owning a vehicle, using Uber, which in the long run will cost you more. Another very important topic that we definitely can't just ignore is the cost of living, especially when it comes to real estate. Prices in Sugarland have been going up. If you look at the chart right here, since January 19, if we could look at medium sold prices and average sales prices have both been on the rise non-stop. How this is a problem is that people that are trying to get in to Sugarland can't because it's too much to purchase, and now you also have interest rates high, which it doesn't really makes it even easier. So you saying, Mr. Seller, you want to sell your house? Well, guess what? There's nobody to purchase it because prices continue on rising. If we go back a few months and see what was the prices, let's say March of 2025, and we look at the median price that was $470,000, we could see that each month that has passed, April, May, June, and July, the median price has continually gone up. And if you're telling yourself that this shouldn't be an issue because you're not thinking of purchasing, you might just be considering renting. Well, guess again, if we look at the chart all the way from January 2019 up to January 2025, we could also see the average and the median lease has been going up. As of July 2025, the median price of a lease is $2,400 and the average is $2,542. We cannot deny that Sugarland is a place that we will all want to live, but we all need to be realistic. And even if these factors that I just mentioned doesn't affect you, you got to keep in mind that property taxes will continue to rise if you don't know how to dispute them. And keep in mind that we cannot ignore the HOA fees that keep increasing year after year. Another hot topic that many of people don't get used to is that Texas is an open arms carry state, meaning that there's going to be a lot of people carrying in the public. Now, I lived here for more than 10 years, and I could say that I've seen quite a few people, but it's not like the Wild Wild West. Okay, now some people don't get comfortable with this and they tend to go back to their states. Some people just, they get used to it. And some people are respectfully, they put it away, whichever. But nevertheless, this is something that I felt that needed to be pointed out because not many people come to Texas and they really don't get used to it, okay? And that is fine, and we respect that. Another point that people cannot get over it, and it's pretty obvious, will be the weather. Sugarland is really warm, really hot, and humid. And if you cannot get along with those two, then you will definitely have a hard time staying here, which is most of the reason why people leave. Winters are mild and inconsistent at most. In the mornings, it might be cool, and then in the afternoon, it might be a bit more warm. But don't count that the winter season might be really long, because it's not. Another good point to add to Sugarland weather is that from time to time, we do get freezes, cold fronts that gets really cold. It gets below 0 degrees. The problem with that is that, if you're not aware, is that Sugarland houses structures are not built for that type of weather, so it could get really rough. And this right here, it catches a lot of people off guard, making them really feel like it's the end of the world. And it has happened a few times since I've been living here. Even we had an outage because it really shut down the power grid. So it was something worth mentioning, so you'll be fully aware of what to expect. Yes, it's extremely hot, but sometimes we get hit with cold fronts that really, if you're not prepared, could really damage your properties. So those were my points. These are some of the reasons that people are deciding to move away from Sugarland and going somewhere else. I hope this video has educated you and somewhat and what to expect when you move into Sugarland, so this way you don't find yourself lost or unexpected and have to face the true reality. Guys, if you are ready to purchase, if you are ready to sell, or anything I could assist you, please feel free to reach out by email, or you could text me at 832-543-1156. Until the next time, have a blessed day. Bye.